don't think anybody's in control. I think that the natural flow of what's happening and stuff is what's happening. And I don't believe Iran went into what they're doing with the purpose and stuff of weakening the American dollar. All they wanted to do was to get control of their currency and stuff and get these people off their butt about their uranium enrichment program. And they have successfully done that. And so now they're sitting there, and I truly believe, man, that China is behind the majority of what's going on there in Iran. They're the ones and stuff who are not forcing, but they're asking the Iranians and stuff and everything to tell people that they want to deal in yuan for buying oil or for traversing the Straits of Hormuz.
All right, we up there. We up there doing our thing now. Everything is going up there. So
good evening, good afternoon.
Yeah, so our boss to change it. He did his usual taco.
Well, let's hope he do another taco.
Yeah, I think right now nobody even believes the shit that he's doing. When he says something, they don't even believe anymore. They just keep on going. And Iranians and stuff, they just making a damn joke out of this shit. That's all he is a fucking joke right now. Nobody believes
People
him.
don't know that those ships are going through, but they got to pay. Ships are going through. So you talking about opening it up? It's already open.
It is, but not for him. But he doesn't know that yet. He hasn't figured that out yet. And I don't know why these people are afraid to tell him what the hell's going on. Man, your shit is messed up. You know, what's wrong? What the hell's going on? I don't know what to say, man. I'm just flabbergasted because I was a fool this morning. I woke up and I've been looking at this fucking shit all day.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of little penny ante speculation and, people upset because he even said what he said Sunday. And then the same time is that, he keeps threatening people and doing this and doing that. And nobody knows why he's doing it and what's going on. And he already said, I make the decision. I'm the one who decided to stop the war. I'm the one that said to bomb him. He's doing it all by himself. He's not consulting with anybody. He's just doing what he want to do. And he got his little minion to try to do what he want to get done. It's hard for me to believe. Yeah, that's easy because some of these people defy the generals too. Even the generals tell them don't do it. Some of these people will go ahead on and do it. The underlings. That's why so many generals is retired and quit. I mean, according to all the reports, this right here is a crime. It's a war crime. Like you say, a lot of people, really don't know what's going on. He didn't put us all in terror. I ain't gonna say fear, terror, because we don't know what the outcome is going to be from that. And it's unnecessary. And it has been unnecessary. That wasn't our war.
I'm just shook up because there's nobody around them that seems like they have the balls and stuff to say, hey, man, you need to shut the hell up. We don't need to be out there and announcing anything because it's making you look bad. And at some point in time and everything, he's got to listen to somebody who is telling him. If everybody's telling him the same thing, say, hey, you got to stop. You got to stop because you are making yourself look weak. Every time you come out there with some crazy ideas and all this other stuff and everything, you're looking weak. And it doesn't make us look any better and stuff. All of our allies and stuff are leaving us. And he got the nerve to sit there and say that Putin is not afraid of NATO, but Putin is afraid of the United States. And I think he got that backwards. Putin ain't afraid of him. He's just afraid of NATO. But you can't tell him that. He still believes that Putin has fear of him. But you're finding out that a lot of these people and stuff out there, and it shows. What the hell is Russia doing? They are helping Iran. They are helping Iran. And he still goes back to them and asking them for favors, doing them favors and stuff. And they're sitting there laughing at him. Anybody, Ted, would have did I meant to tell you this, that North Korea sent Iran some missiles?
Oh, we knew that. We talked about that months ago.
No, they just sent these.
Well, they have been sending them. That Kuwait has sent Russia some military people and supplies as well as Iran. Now, North Korea now, I mean, China basically, but North Korea has been supporting Russia.
Well, North Korea last week sent 400 ICBM missiles to Iran. These ICM missiles and stuff and everything that they sent them have a range that can reach from Iran to the United States.
400.
400 of them.
There it is.
And they didn't say what kind of warheads they had on them. They just said they sent them 400 ICBM missiles that has the capability not only of attacking people there in the Middle East, but going or Europe, but hitting the United States coastline.
Now, how did they get those through here?
They shipped them to them.
How?
Probably on a train.
And you trying to tell me that we have satellites all over the world and nobody detected that?
Yeah, they knew about it. Their news people, all the news people over there, the Al Jazeera, Time of India, all of them knew it. They're the ones I found out about it. They're the ones who reported it. United States didn't say anything, but every international news media.
So they want parts of America to be blown up.
Or whatever. They got the capabilities of doing what they want to do with those missiles. And like I said, nobody knows if they have a nuclear head on them. We don't know. Could be just a missile. It just bombed something, or it could have a nuclear head and stuff on it. That's probably one of the reasons and stuff and everything why Iran told the United States, hey, you want to come over here and try to annihilate us? We're going to annihilate you. They just sent them last week. 400. The United States people, the New York Times, Washington Post, none of them say anything about it. But every one of the international news folks and stuff said it. They sent it over there to them. They just sent them 400, not 100.
Well,
400.
all you need is 1 or 2 bombs to come over here. And
that's it.
That's it. It's over. The election is over.
It's over. So they're thinking that if he's talking about annihilating the whole country and stuff, maybe he's talking about to have a nuclear war or something and everything. He got his hands on it. And they're on the button. We got some serious stuff going on and stuff too around this country, but around this world. Serious stuff. Now you heard that they already attacked Cog Island. They went ahead and bombed them motherfuckers last night. And then Iran just quietly went over there and bombed the shit out of fucking Saudi Arabia and Tehran.
These people crazy, bro.
They crazy. And Israel has a blackout for all their news people, but the shit is getting out. The people over there in Israel, now it has gotten so damn bad, and the sirens has gotten so bad, most of the people are living underground now in Israel, especially in Tel Aviv. They're staying underground. They got so many daggone sirens going off that they just said, fuck it. They just went underground and brought them some tents.
Well, that's probably where all the billionaires are now. They all underground.
They're underground. They're all about the ground. They just stand down there. They don't even worry about it. They ain't say they send the sirens off, and Iran are just bombing the crap out of that city. Tel Aviv, Haifa, all of them. They just bombing them every night, every day, sending missiles and bombs over there, and they don't care what they bomb until they bombing everything and tearing.
We ain't getting no death totals or nothing.
And tearing that city up, but Israel and stuff is hiding what they're doing. They're not letting the news people tell them what the heck is going on there in Israel. They're hiding it. But some of the people over there and some of the news people are getting the word out and sending pictures and stuff of what the heck's going on and videos. They are devastating that daggone country. It's going to look like the Gaza Strip here in just a little bit. It's bad, but they're not saying anything. They don't want the people to know about what the heck's going on. They don't want them to know. It's a mess, man, that you can't get information and stuff from your own daggone country news media because they scared of Trump. They are afraid of him. Some of them are, but some of them not now. So they're hoping that when the Congress comes back next week, that they might do something about their War Powers Act and stuff and everything. And stop them.
Mike Johnson's proud of himself.
He's proud of himself.
I said, I hope he's proud of himself.
No, he's scared to death that he might lose his damn job.
So this is all about his job?
Yeah. He's scared to lose his job. That was the reason why he shut.
What about losing the country?
He don't care about their country. He just care about their job as speaker. That's why he shut down. That's why he went. He sent his people home early.
Why you think I said I hope he's proud of himself? I hope he's proud of himself because he has practically run this country by capitulating Trump's shit.
Well,
this man has known that this man is not constitutional on a lot of stuff that he's doing, and all he's doing is wiggling his way out. Because as long as Congress is not in office, because some of these Republicans don't agree with this shit, and he knows it.
Yep. More and more of them are not agreeing.
And that's why he shut it down. So that's why I say I hope he's proud of himself. You know, he took 2 weeks off and just what? They was in office for about 3 weeks, and then it was off another a damn near a month before that. They haven't they have taken what 3, maybe 4 times off and shut down the government.
I had 2
Been
shutdowns.
shut down too.
Had 2 shutdowns.
So there it is right there. Probably gonna go down as the worst
Yeah,
speaker.
well, now you got there's a whole list of them now that's sitting up there with it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. The worst. I do know that he's outwardly and everything is defending all that bull crap that Trump got going on. But the reason why he is so happy that he sent the folks home is that he doesn't have to answer to the American press about what the hell Trump's doing, because usually whatever the president does and stuff, he's all for it. But now they know that something is going on, and some of the Republicans are going to say something about it. They're going to be putting up some visual resistance against Trump. And he's afraid of that because once that happens, he lost his job. He lost his job. Trump going to put him out or tell somebody to impeach his butt, or they're going to be more Democrats in Congress than Republicans, because a lot of them folks who are Republicans are resigning. Some of them said, we ain't even waiting until November. We leaving right the hell now. And they're expecting at least 8 or 9 of them to come back and announce that they're resigning. They're going to do it right now like Marjorie Taylor Greene did, or what? Oh, I forgot, man. We had an election today. We got an election today for Marjorie Taylor Greene's job in the Congress. There's a brother running who used to be, he's a retired general. I don't know if he's in the Army or the Marine. He has a farm up there that's located right there in her district, and he's running against a Republican today. Polls close in 3 hours. We'll find out if a Republican going to take her job or a Democrat going to have it. And supposedly, the brother and stuff and everything who is running, he running Democrat, but they say he's conservative as hell. And he already alerted the Democrats, if I win, I'm not following you guys lockstep. I'm still a conservative. I might vote with you.
What's a black conservative?
He's a black conservative.
I'm still trying to find a definition of a black conservative.
Well, a true black conservative and stuff is just a person that's voting with the Republicans, I think. Because really, right now, Ted, I don't know. You cannot draw a distinction between either one of them, a Democrat or a Republican, or a conservative or a progressive. We don't know who they are. At least I don't, other than to have an R behind their name. That was a good question. What is a black conservative?
I've been asking that question for the last 4 or 5 years.
That's a good. Well, it's still a good question because I can't tell you.
Because they identify with talking about being a conservative, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell is a black conservative. They identify. So you trying to tell me that you don't want, you know what they did here in Florida, right?
No.
You got an attorney general right here now talking about they passed a law on the SAFE Act, American SAFE Act.
Okay.
Here in Florida.
Okay.
And they're fighting the NFL because of what the NFL usually does as far as how they hire their managers, their coaches.
Oh, yeah, they got that, the Rooney Act.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rooney
So
Clause.
they're going to fight that with the NFL. Now, it ain't got nothing to do with your ass, but you're going to sit up here. That's their own business, the NFL, just like those corporations. It's their business, and they can run their business however they want to, but they got intimidated, and all of them started dropping those DEI officers because all the DEI is that you get an opportunity to get an interview, to sell yourself. That's all that is. Same thing in the NFL. And most of the time they hire the white guy anyway. I mean, look how many black coaches are in the NFL? 3, maybe 4. That's it.
If
You
that
just
many
had
bit.
one quit.
Yeah, the boy in Philadelphia, in Pittsburgh quit.
Yeah.
He's the longest tenured head coach and stuff in the National Football League as far as a black person. He's been a head coach
So
for
the point is
20 years.
Is that what happens is that you get these people that's in these positions, not necessarily an owner, but you have these general managers and these assistant general managers, and all the people that's officers in the corporation, and they like that person, white person, But then at the same time, they say, well, what other kind of people, DEI not only just include black people, it talks about Latino people, Asian people, anybody that qualifies for the job. You can be an Asian and never played football, but you was a coach. And if you've been a coach for a certain number of years, you could have been a defensive coach, you could have been a line coach or whatever. And if they think you qualify and you have the moxie and all that, then you get the interview. Don't mean you're gonna get the job.
But
Now
why
it's
why is the state of Florida think that they need to?
because we have a racist governor. We have a racist governor. He's a flat out racist, and I said it, and then nothing you can do about it. So,
What are your legal folks down there saying about the merits and stuff of the case? Are they going to be able to win or what?
oh, they're suing. Everybody's suing. People gonna sue and all that stuff. All the stuff they didn't took. They challenge him and everything he does. But he so bent on. Now, when I say racist, what I mean is that he's trying to. He's trying to. I guess the word is cater to all the bigots and racial type people because he think that's the way to win when he runs for president. Because in his mind, there's no difference between ethnic groups. There's no difference between African, I should say, black people. We are all the same. That's what he thinks. That's what he says. And we are all the same, but we don't all get the same opportunity. We're all the same, but you don't want to compete. See, he don't want black people to compete. So he excludes us. So when we walk in the door, he throw away their resume, although I'm qualified. That's his attitude.
Now, what stopping the National Football League from retaliating against the state of Florida because of their lawsuit?
Oh, we already know what's stopping it. That players union, bro. They ain't gonna put up with that shit in Florida.
Yeah, and then you're looking at a lot of
You got 3 teams here in Florida, and 75%, 60% of the people that's on the team is black. They ain't gonna tolerate that. You got one coach here in Florida, Tampa, black. He should have been fired. My opinion.
Okay.
Nice guy. He wins, but he in a weak league. Am I right? You don't keep up with the pros, but he in a weak league. And he wins the conference every year.
But he can't go any further than that.
He can't go no further than that. He win one playoff game, boom, it's over. You got a white guy that's in Miami. You got a white guy that's in, and guess who owns the one in Upper Florida?
Jacksonville?
Yeah, an Indian or a Pakistani. I don't know what the hell he is.
But he owns the team.
Yeah, he owns the team.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
and
that's interesting. I didn't know that they had an Indian who owns them.
yeah, look it up.
Very interesting.
But it's amazing. It's amazing. He got so much money though, and he worth billions and billions of dollars. He got so much money, so they couldn't turn down the deal because he paid enough money.
So he paid.
And that's how you outplay these people. You can't be trying to own a team and then you got to borrow too big. You got to have money.
So,
and right now, what the richest black person we got is who? What's that brother's name?
Talking about Smith, the guy who used to be.
Yeah, Robert Smith.
Here in this country, you mean? Now they got some black folks and stuff outside this country who are pretty rich now. But they're in Nigeria got what about 2 or 3 billionaires over there that's worth a lot of money. They're in the hundreds of billions of dollars. So here in this country, Robert Smith is. Yeah, he's the highest.
Well, the problem, and this is just my opinion. I might be wrong on this. I don't know, but just from my life experience, the problem with black people owning anything, will they continue support? The white folks, will they continue support? They have a thing about black people owning big shit. Unless you real, real, real like Robert Smith, low key. 10 years ago, nobody even heard of Robert Smith.
Very quiet. He's not a very flamboyant person.
That's what I just said, bro. I said that you low key, and he making his money, and he ain't kicking up no whole lot of stuff. Now he does a lot of things under the table. When I say under the table, meaning it's on the table, but it's very quiet, helping a lot of black people.
And schools, the HBCUs.
Right,
Yeah,
at schools. But he's not making a whole lot of dust as far as, Robert Smith just got a $100 million yacht. Robert Smith just bought $100 million house in Beverly Hills. He ain't doing that. So what I'm saying is that he's very low key, but he's worth about $15 billion.
I thought he worked more than that.
He might be now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I thought he worked more than that. Yeah, he worked more than that. Yeah, I have to look it up. But he's working more than that. Before we get off here, my boys surprised me. Michigan
Surprise you how?
not scoring 90 points. They should have beat the crap out of UConn.
They couldn't hit nothing, bro.
I saw that. And then
The
Lunderboard,
players are tired.
then the Lunderboard and everything you couldn't hit the broadside of a bomb. That boy only got 13 points. That's the lowest scoring that he did since he got in the playoffs.
Eddie, those boys, let me tell you, just like South Carolina, they're tired.
Yeah, but they said
It was wild.
he got hurt. They said he hurt his leg.
Well, the game before that, he had hurt his. Yeah, he did hurt his ankle. The game before
Yeah,
that.
they said he hurt his leg or something. Said he had a problem.
But he played on through.
Yeah, he played on what?
He played on through it.
Right, I know. They said he was only about 60%, but he played the whole first half and the whole game. I think if he had scored his usual amount of points, he'd have been the MVP instead of having the guard, the caveat boy and stuff won it. Scott Caveat or whatever his name is. Yeah,
The center?
No, the guard won it. That little short guard and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ed. I fell asleep on the game the first half.
You did. It was a defensive battle, man. Michigan couldn't hit the broadside of a bomb, man. And that guard, he was the only one that kept me in the game. He scored 19 points in the whole game. Highest score. Lunderborg only scored 13 points. And that boy's, he's been in the 20s and the 30s and shit, the whole goddamn series and stuff, every game he played. And really, they said, really the only thing that stopped them, that helped them out and everything, they were blocking shots like, oh, get out, man. Michigan, every time UConn came in the hole, man, they got their shot blocked. Bam, bam, bam. They were knocking balls out of the air.
Well, they got 6'9", 7'3", and 6'9".
Lunderborg 6'10", I thought.
I'm just going by what they said in the announcement when it came out.
Yeah, Lunderborg is 6'10". But they have a lot of big boys and stuff in that front line. A lot of big boys. I was actually surprised that they won that game because I really thought UConn was going to beat them. I really did. It looked like they were getting ready to beat them, man. I said, oh, shit, man. Michigan get ready to lose this goddamn game. UConn was up on them by 7 or 8 points, but they came back and beat them. So they're national champions and stuff and everything right now. And I haven't heard a whole lot from UConn. They only interviewed the coach. Players, I guess, they just went away and said, get it. They all upset.
Hey, they was just happy to be in the championship, bro.
Yeah, well,
because they didn't deserve to be in the championship.
If you looked at them boys as they walked off the court, man, they were mad in the summer gun. They were upset. All them boys was upset.
Well, they ought to be happy they made the championship because really they shouldn't have beat Duke.
They were very upset about it. We should have won this game. You could tell about the attitude. But like I said, I was very surprised. I don't know who's gonna come out of that. They got the draft in 1 month? June?
Well, it's just like I've been saying, it's a lot of good basketball players. Great, I don't know, but a lot of good basketball players. And the reason why is because a lot of these guys, man, they go through all of this rigorous training all year round. They go to they play in all of these tournaments and games and what have you. They're very skilled, very fundamental. There's no really great, outstanding players. Potentially, there are players that can be great, but that's just the way it's going around now. A lot of good players in all colleges, good players. They're just good, but great. I haven't seen nothing that's great.
Yeah, well, this is probably the first year that nobody can consistently say who's going to be that number one pick. Now, last year they had that freshman and stuff out of Duke. They picked him a number one pick and everything for damn the whole year. But this year,
and look what they did. They went on and sacrificed that whole team for him.
Hey, you white boy.
They sacrificed that whole team for him. That is ridiculous. And knowing doggone well that boy shouldn't have been the featured star on that team.
He's a white boy. He had to find that white hope, man.
Well, they had to have American white hope.
I guess.
Because they got some white hope.
I guess, yeah. They had to have American White Hope because they predicted that boy going to be the first round draft pick, and he was first round draft pick.
I mean, he's a good ball player. I ain't gonna lie about that. He's good, very good, and only 18 years old. Very good, bro.
Well, I have no idea.
But as far as sacrificing your whole team, I don't think they won 30 games.
Last year?
They did beat the Lakers
last year. You talking about? I thought they won 32 games last year. 32 or 33 games last year. Dude.
I'm talking about this year. No, I'm talking about Dallas.
Oh, you talking about the pros? Okay,
That's what I'm saying. They sacrificed for that white boy. He started as a point guard. He's 16. That boy ain't got no business playing no point guard.
Well, I haven't watched him in the pros, man. I have to admit that. I have not watched him in the pros.
He ain't no point guard, that's for sure.
I have not watched him. Well, they had to make another Magic Johnson, man. They got to put a Magic Johnson out there.
Man, please don't even, man.
Magic was 6'9". Magic 6'9" playing God. Yeah.
Don't even compare. And that right there, boy, I mean, he can shoot better than Magic Johnson. He's a better athlete than Magic Johnson, but he can't pass and he can't run like Magic Johnson.
That's what they were trying to do with him. They want to make a Magic Johnson.
And he's not a winner like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, freshman year, his first year in the NBA, took him to the championship.
Absolutely.
And before that, they couldn't.
Brought the Lakers, made the Lakers.
He took the Lakers to 8 championships, bro.
He made them Lakers.
1-5.
Made them Lakers. And but where was that year that he willed them boys to win? That year when Kareem got hurt and they had put that boy out there, man. He willed the Lakers and stuff to win. Put him on his back.
When he played the 76ers, his first year.
He put the Lakers on his back, man, and willed them boys to win. I couldn't believe that.
I think his numbers was something like 37 points, 12 rebounds, and something like 15 assists.
Triple-double. He was a bad son of a gun, man, being a guard.
He played center. He played guard.
Kareem went out. They just said, well, it's on you, Magic. And he said, all right, boys, get on my back. I'm taking you all on through.
He always tell the story. He sat in Kareem's seat on the plane.
Hey.
But like I said, Cooper is a good ball player. And when the other guy comes back, the little guard, they're going to be very good.
I did not know that my boy had sold that team, the Dallas Mavericks. I didn't know that he had sold that team. No, I didn't. I thought he still owned it. I didn't.
Well, he's still doing something. I think he's a consultant or something with the team or something.
I had no idea that he had sold them because he had had the Mavericks for a long time.
He bought that for pennies, nickels, and dimes, that team, and he sold it for what? I don't know, $5 billion or whatever. Who can turn that down?
He could have turned it down and just kept him. He got plenty of money. He's got a daggone hell of a thing going with this medical stuff. He's got a medical business he got going on for selling medical pharmacy. He's building, and he's making huge amounts of money in that. Anybody who's in the medical field is making some money, big money. And he moved into that. Him and Amazon got into it. So anyway, Ted, instead of talking about, I'm trying to figure out how we can keep Trump out of our daggone mind. But he always is sitting out there.
The thing that I'm really concerned about, see, all of this stuff it's almost like a real treacherous, evil distraction. Now, I ain't talking about the Epstein tapes, and we know that's a distraction. This right helps for a distraction. To me, the big distraction that's going on, what we're thinking about, and it's a lot of things going on in the finance world, and that right there is the big distraction to me, because I don't know if you listen to the business world and listen and reading some of these financial opinions and what have you. But the thing is, when you got cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, you got all of these different kinds of things. You was talking about it the other day. We was talking about the other day about how they're manipulating, like you got to buy the yen or whatever it is with China, and all kinds of stuff that's going on financially, because the United States was used to wheeling and dealing trillions of dollars a day, bro. Trillions of dollars a day. And so people are keeping their money. Their 401ks is the one that's keeping this market up. People that's working, they buying stocks every week, every 2 weeks. They buying, putting $200, $300, millions of people putting it in their 401k because that's the only way you're going to retire. Because these corporations don't give you no retirement now. So they got to keep their money in their 401k, and then these big unions, same thing. But the thing is they've been, and we've talked about this a few years back, and every once in a while we've been talking. But the thing is that they've been talking about doing this for years, but they couldn't quite figure it out. That's why they had even go back as far as Andrew Kissinger and Allen going in there in the government talking about cryptocurrency and AI and all those things. So how are we running our country and how are we going to run the world is going to run? I don't know. That's the question on the finance. Because the only way capitalism works is money got to move. That's the only way capitalism works. It has to move, bro. It has to be loaned out. It has to be building stuff. It has to be progressing. It has to be starting stuff up. Hey, I want to start a business. Okay, here's $200 million. People invest in it. And then they start making a profit and people make money. That's how it has got to move. And right now, because of this crap going on, but I think what it is, the underlining, the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin, even though the Bitcoin is now 67,
67,000, I think it is now.
and it was, and just only 3 months ago it was over 100.
102. And
Yeah.
it dropped. I mean, it took a drop. Bam. Some
Yeah.
people lost a
And what does
lot of
that
money.
do? And what does that do?
Somebody lost
What
a
that
lot of
does
money.
is that put fear in a whole lot of
They
people.
lost a lot of money.
So, but the thing is that there's these certain countries, I shouldn't say countries, certain companies, what they're doing, I should say banks. We already know BlackRock,
Mhm.
then up their investment. We know that some of the banks are trying to do it now. They're starting investing in this stuff, cryptocurrency.
That's because
So
they figured that it made that bottom, that it's eventually going to have to come back up, and when it hits that $90,000-$100,000 and stuff again, that somebody going to make a lot of damn money, a lot of money. Now, did you hear? I thought you were going to mention something else. The country of France has stored a lot of gold over here in the United States. Over 129 tons of gold. I think yesterday, day before yesterday, they told the United States they wanted their gold back. They wanted their gold back. Nobody said a word about it. But
I haven't heard.
go back and read about it. Go back and read what France did. I guess they knew that the United States didn't have their gold. So,
What?
oh. So they had to make good on the gold that they had stored over here in the United States. So they had to go into the open market in Europe and buy gold to give to France. And in
What?
that deal, France made something like 20 or $30 billion.
Well, gold, what? Gold was just only 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 2000?
Probably less than that.
And it went up as high as 5,000.
5,000. Now dropped back down to 40. I think 41 now, 4,100. But
So there it is, right there.
I'm still trying to figure out why United States had to go to Europe and buy France's gold to give it to them.
See, that's something that we don't know because the whole thing is we have a whole building that's supposed to be full of gold.
It ain't there.
Supposed to be.
They said
Where
I
is it?
don't. They nobody said it was quietly done, man. Go back and look at your financial thing and just do a search and stuff on France getting their gold from the United States. I just saw it. I was just going through my whole stuff and everything, and it popped up on one of my international things what they did.
Well, I did a long time ago. I did a research on how much gold is in the world, and it's less than 25 trillion.
Well, if it is, China got damn all of it there. They just went out and bought another boatload of gold. China just went and bought another boatload of gold. And then,
Well, I think what China is trying to do is trying to back their currency with
right,
gold now.
they want to back their currency up with gold, with something solid. They trying to back, I mean,
Now the question is, and we know this, over in that African country with that president over there. You know they've been trying to knock him off because they know he got a bunch of gold in that country, and they say he's got tons of gold. Now, what he's doing with it, I have no idea because I haven't been keeping up with him that much. All I know is that he's been talking about certain things
Well,
that people trying to stop him from doing. You know, he was even talking about contributing some funds to black people here in America.
well, what what he has done and stuff, he told the Bank of Ghana that they going to get change their agreement that they had with all those colonists who came over there and made a deal to get their gold out of the ground. So they changed the race and stuff and everything. Now they got to pay them something like 18% and everything now, where they was only paying like 8%. And the Bank of Ghana and stuff before 5 or 6 years ago wouldn't do that because they figured that the white folks were going to come over there and create some problems and stuff with them. But now they got some backbone and stuff now, and they say, hey, that's our gold coming out of the ground. So we want some more money. And they forced them to give them give them a 10% raise. Well, actually, they went from 8 to 10%, 18%. And they had to give it to them. So they making more money.
And then let's not forget about
Right,
diamonds
they're
too.
making more money. They're making more money from their gold is coming out of the ground. They're making
The continent of Africa has so much resources. The sad part about it, this has been my bone right here, that these people that are in charge are so damn greedy and rely on these white folk instead of working with black people over here and the financial people as well as the skilled people, and they have everything in those countries. Some countries have plentiful diamonds. Some country has plentiful fortunes. Some countries have plenty of gold. Some countries have plenty of whatever,
uranium.
and they don't work with the smart people here in America that know about all this stuff, that have experience and stuff like that, and they just want to okay, we're gonna work with the white man, and so then they say, okay, well, we get our little 3-4%, and then they live like kings while the people suffer. And they come in there and rape all the oil and the oil. Let's not forget the
Mhm.
oil, bro. And they've been raping the continent of
For
Africa for years. China's doing the same thing now.
decades.
Been doing it for over 50, 60 years alone. So the sad part about it, and what they've been trying to do is educate their people so they can come back. But most of those people, once they start living a good life in another country like Europe or America, they don't want to
Mhm.
come back.
You can't blame them.
Shit, I'm living
There's nothing for
good. I
them.
got a no.
There's no infrastructure. There's no modern buildings.
In most
No modern
places,
buildings.
I
No
mean, they're trying to do the
no
best they
water.
can,
No
but
fresh water
yeah,
coming out of there. Yeah.
right.
So
And see, all of that stuff takes money to invest. And what you gonna sit up there and you're gonna live like kings and you living in your $20 million house and got your 3, 4, 5 Rolls Royces and your kids are running around and doing the same thing. They got what they want, and the people is suffering. And you don't build infrastructure for what you need. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about white folk: if you got money, they'll come in there and do it for you if you don't know how
mhm.
to do it. All you gotta do is pay
Well,
'em.
how you think China is embedding themselves over there in Africa? They building over there for them. They putting them in high-speed rails and all that stuff. New roads are there and there. And Africa's got plenty of money. They taking their gold out.
Well, when you say Africa, you mean certain
Right,
countries.
certain countries, yeah. Not all of Africa, but they in a lot of those countries over there, putting new highways, new roads, new bridges and stuff in. They know how to do it, so they hire them to do it, and they borrowing their money from the Bank of China, and then the Bank of China and stuff got their own companies and stuff that they send over there. So China ain't losing shit. They just continue to rape those people out of it, but at least they getting something out of it. They getting some nice roads, nice bridges, and decent buildings and stuff and everything. And so they building up the infrastructure. So at least they're doing something with it instead of just giving it totally away and stuff and letting their leaders and stuff steal the money. Anyway, we're at the end, brother. What's your last word?
Well, I've been praying all day, Lord, don't let this happen because we have been at another level, bro, that we've never seen before. If you bomb your own people, Ed, supposed to be your brothers, what you think they do to us? I mean, they bombed up, they didn't tow up Dubai and some of these other countries. And ain't no way you can stop him completely.
Not now.
I don't care. I don't care how strategic you are or how your strategies and all that. Because these people, they like little snakes, bro. Go underground and then come out when the sun is out. Boom! Oh, we got all of them. You ain't gonna get all of them, bro. And most of and it's sad to say they obviously willing to die for their little standards because this is a religious war. This ain't about America. This is about Israel. But they do hate us.
Well, I have to give those people a pat on the back, Ted. Really, I do. I got to give them a pat on the back, and I really believe that they deserve what they're getting because those Arab countries and stuff and everything for many, many, many years, Ted, looked down on Iran for a long time, and Iran is sitting there in the catbird seat right now. They sitting there in the catbird seat, so I'm rooting for them that they do something, but I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but they are going to. They have changed this world. That little bitty country has changed this world. Big changes is coming, and what's going to happen, I don't know. But big changes is coming. Big changes are coming, and we need to watch out. And what's going to happen, and how we going to be able to maneuver around it. This might be our chance, Ted, to doing something for ourselves over here in the United States. Black folks might be our chance.
I'm trying to figure out what does that mean?
There's a lot of money going to be made. A lot of money out there going to be made. What can we do after this shit is all over with? Because Iran going to be sitting in the driver's seat, buddy. They're going to be sitting in the driver's seat. What can we do? People of color.
Well, we sure the hell ain't the enemy, but
Yeah.
hell, missiles and bombs don't. They ain't skipping over nothing.
I believe this might be our chance and stuff, Ted, to get some out of this deal and stuff and everything. I really do. Because I know that those folks over there, they don't trust United States.
Well, most of them, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of them know our condition and our history better than most of our people.
Absolutely.
And you can guarantee you that
Absolutely.
because I don't want to go into all of that. I don't want to go into
It's
the history of it or the connections of what we have over there. And we do have a lot of connections.
like I just said, this might be our chance and stuff and everything to get something out of this whole deal here. We might have to open up our minds and figure out and stuff and everything how we can gain and stuff from what the hell's going on over there in the Middle East. Might be our time. I don't know. Like I said, they don't trust white folks. You can see that. They do not trust these white folks over here. 'Cause they the ones that stop and they realize that they the ones that put that boy in power who's over there who's trying to tell them that they getting ready to destroy them. And they now one of them rose up and trying to stop him from that bull crap you talking about. You ain't seen no white folks do that. We got the one of the we got a we
What
got
you're
a
saying is,
big economy and stuff over here. They want to keep trading and stuff with us. We might have something there that we can deal with there with those folks over there in the Middle East. That's my thing.
well, I don't,
Yep.
that's another
That's
conversation
my
for
thing.
tomorrow.
There might be something going on there. We have to think about that for a while. Sometimes you have to in total disaster and stuff and everything. Good things come out. You have to be willing and stuff and everything to be looking for it, and maybe do some outreach and stuff and everything as black folks and say, hey, we weren't the cause of all that. We've been trying to get Kamala Harris elected president and stuff, and we couldn't get her because these white folks said they didn't like us. They didn't want no black folks in charge. Something to think about. Something to think about.